Hello everyone, here is an update video on the fan collection. I say that because, well, I'm basically going to detail like all the fans here, basically going to detail what I've been up to with these fans because, well, these ones here I've worked on, like all five, well, technically worked on, because this KDK is a little different, because it's exact same from that video, but the rest have all been worked on, like just detailing like servicing and repair. I've done some fans recently. The reason I wanted to bring up this KDK because like in the comments of that video that I did on it, I was told that this could potentially be a replica of one of the actual KDKs. And whether it actually is or not, I'm unsure. It may be, it may not be. So I thought afterwards I'll go in a more deeper research, seeing if I could try and find more about this fan, and I was able to actually find a couple of identical ones to these, like exactly the same, just in much worse condition, with the same information tag, because I've seen also a couple of these where the KDK is written in the middle there, and it's done slightly differently, and also because it had a different company name there instead of Osaka, it had Nippon, I don't remember. But I've been able to find a couple of these that have that same information tag, also a 14-inch one of these, but both were for sale in Hong Kong. And both of them were horrible, much worse condition than this one. Like, wow, they were like really rusty, the paint was falling off, and yeah, they basically needed restoration. So yeah, I basically found some more of these. I actually managed to find stuff about these. Oh yeah, and it also smells like it's been sat in like a really dirty garage for many years, because it absolutely stinks, that fan. Like it smells awful. Anyways, enough of that. Let's get all these four, because these four have been worked on. The first one was this Limit 12-inch desk fan. And despite what it may seem with that, I did strip the motor down and oil its oil wicks, because I don't know why, like it has oil ports, don't get me wrong, but from my experience the oil just had a hard time getting to them. I had the same issue with the Frost. So I thought, you know, I've had enough, I'm going to open the motor up and get it to those oil wicks. And I don't know why, it seems to be quite common, these fans just can never run fully smoothly. Like, I've even seen restoration videos of them, they never run smoothly, I really don't know why. It doesn't run too badly, I'll say that. Plug it in and run it on low, which is speed 2. So you can see it's not running perfect. Maybe I didn't align the bearings properly, maybe. Because you also got to line up the screws and the bearings, and it's really annoying. It was the worst of it. These are annoying there to align the bearings on. This fan actually was pretty difficult because the motor comes apart in 3 pieces. This part comes off, and the front and the middle stays in place. The problem is the front one just, I think it was the front one, it just didn't want to budge. It just refused to budge. But I actually got it to budge in the end by sticking a screwdriver through the back end here and slowly forcing it out that way. And it did. So I eventually did get it off, and those are the right reasons. I was thinking I could access the front oil wicks by just removing the motor, but it just refused to go out that way as well, for some reason. It went out that way on the 16-inch, it just wouldn't on the 12-inch, I don't know why. Hi. It's not that impressive on camera, it's pretty weak, but it's not bad, it's not exactly like pathetically weak. Okay, it's off. As you can see in the reflection, the blades are out balanced. It was really quick spin down, don't know why. Next up we have 1950s Blue Ice Frost 12-inch desk fan. Why have I got Blue Ice in the mind? I don't have a Blue Ice fan anymore. What am I on about? You know, the one with the stupid long cord. which, yeah, it's like, it's similar length to the Pithco pedestal fan, like it's mental long. And I believe for all of these, the head wire's original, so I had to be a bit careful there. But yeah, this one, it was the same thing, just disassembly. This one was really easy to actually, the motor just comes apart so easily. The odd thing is actually, you can see a flathead there. If you turn it around, flathead on the other side, no nut holding these in. And it's basically, they're two flatheads screwed together to hold the motor in, which I haven't really seen anyone do that before, and it works. And it actually makes it really easy to open the motor. And the motor just comes apart like that. It actually comes apart really easily, it takes no effort. And also I finally aligned these up properly so I could put a screw in, because these had an issue of I couldn't align everything inside. I couldn't align everything there properly to get these screwed in. But now that it has, I can finally use the handle because it won't be loose. I mean, even without these screws, these will hold. You could just move this back and forward because there's like two humps which this sits on, and it's really difficult to get the grills off. Outside light, the fan's really easy to disassemble. It's also one with the insane amount of pitch. Not sure if it's meant to have that much pitch, but yeah. It's also, as you can see, it's also not running the best. Because like as I said, aligning the bearings on these is a nightmare. They are meant to run smoother, so this one doesn't run at full potential. But that's just how it goes. I just couldn't get it to run as smooth. That's about as smooth as I've been able to get it so far. Oh well. Also, may I just add, because I think this fan has actually been had. This fan is. I can't speak! This fan was the easiest fan I've ever had to open the motor on. I've never had a fan so easy to open the motor in all my life. It was so easy. Because like I said, just two flathead screws come out and the motor just comes apart. So easy. I've got it plugged in now. It's got no switch, it's like a plug in and go fan. Which for a 12-inch, weird. Usually you see that on like the very small ones, but why they do it on a 12-inch, I do not know. Let me go over to my plug socket, and we shall run the fan. It's still a bit rattly because that thing in the middle of the blades is a bit loose. This thing still moves a stupid amount there. Like this thing is more power. It is more powerful than the T16. Not sure if the pitch is original. I do really like it actually. Here's off. With this one, I ended up actually having to take out a spacer ring. Because for some reason, with like all the spacer rings in, if you tightened the motor like only slightly tight, the whole thing would just, the shaft just wouldn't turn. Why, I do not know, because if I take out one little spacer ring, the motor shaft now can be tightened up, at least the motor can be tightened up a decent way without the whole thing just completely locking up. Why, I do not know. It's the only phone got with that issue realistically, where you just slightly tighten it and the whole thing will just lock up. It's really annoying, but oh well. At least it's in decent running order still. I like that. Let's move on to fan number 3. Fan number 3 is my 1970 Limit 16-inch desk fan. I thought, considering I did the 12-inch, I'll do the 16-inch because why not? All I can say is, I never remember the grill being that annoying to remove. Like, the grill on these limits are irritating. Because at least with the 12-inch one, like, it comes off these hooks quite easily. On this one, these hooks are quite thick and are tough to bend. It's really difficult to get them off. Like, really difficult. It's unfortunate because I think it's better than the 12-inch in like every way except for that. Except for being more annoying to get the grills off, it's actually better than a 12-inch in every way. More powerful. It is much larger. Switch moves easier. Yeah, it's way more powerful. Way beefier motor. I think the motor's quite small. That one's actually quite beefy. It's a 90-watt motor. It also comes apart similar weight to the 12-inch. However, it actually, at least the motor came apart a lot easier. I have less problems. And I was able to actually get the rotor shaft. I was able to pull it out from the front, which for some reason it just wouldn't do it on that one. But it did on that, which is nice. Oh yeah, and I don't know if you actually noticed with the original one when I originally did this, but I managed to get 4 screws holding the grill. Because when I originally cleaned up and surfaced and bent the grill back, I could only get the screws in for 3 of them. But I was able to get them in for 4 now, which is very nice. But it's probably not something you would have noticed in the videos, but oh well. I think enough being said, let's run the fan. Here's low. I probably should have started with high. I will say it still struggles to start on low, like get up to max speed on low and medium like it previously did. But it does take a lot less time than it used to. It also makes a rubbing noise. And it drives me nuts, I have no idea why it does that. Yeah, it still takes a bit of time to get up to speed. On medium it takes like under a minute, I'm pretty sure now. I'll double check that. If you're running on medium. Maybe. I don't want this recording to be too long because it's already very long. There you go. It took a minute, but it got to its maximum speed on medium. Previously it used to take like at least 3 minutes. There you go, it took about a minute, so it's a lot less time. It's also slightly more powerful than it originally was. High. It's ever so slightly more powerful than originally, so it actually went up on my top 25 list slightly. Still very powerful as ever. Yeah, despite having a little pitch, it stands still very powerful. It's off. You can hear that rubbing sound is really annoying. Spin down's still quick as well. I could just never get these spin downs to be along on these limits, they just don't want to. Or I'm doing something wrong. But enough being said, let's move on to the final fan. Final fan is my 1988 xpelair Taurus 12-inch desk fan, model T12 Brown. Now if you know, I did a video showcasing how to oil one of these, and I accidentally ripped one of the wires off the soldered joint, which is really bad. which basically meant it could not be run because it was, I believe, the live wire was loosely about. If I plugged it in, it would have most likely touched something in the motor it shouldn't have and shorted out, which is not what you want. So I actually got my hands on soldering stuff and actually got and resoldered it, which, keep in mind, I have not touched a soldering iron since 2018, back in secondary school. So it's, yeah, it's been a while, so I was going in at like a bit of a rookie there. I've managed to, there was 2 joints, so I guess got one which had the windings connected to it, as I was thinking you probably need the live wire to be connected to the windings in order to run the fan, you know? And well, I guess let's plug it in and see how it went. I've got the fan plugged in, here's low. EDM. High. I keep forgetting these T12s are actually very powerful, aren't they? And also, little update, that third fan, which I broke up like a month ago, or what feels like a month ago, but a few weeks ago, it's on the way. It's finally on the way. As well, you might be able to figure out, Lucas Allen, he's finally got a box for it and he shipped it out, posted it. So that's very good. Hopefully, well, they are an attempt to work on it, so if that goes wrong, then I'll probably bring it out. Not bad spin down, not bad. This actually makes it my 4th repair on this fan now, because the first 3 were all neck bracket related. The first one was pretty fragile neck bracket fix. Second one was a lot stronger with a lot more glue. And the first one eventually failed. The second one, I only tore it down for the third one, which was to replace the neck bracket entirely. Now the 4th one is the solder work. So yeah, this fan's had 4 repairs. This has been a very problematic fan. Yeah, oh well, we finally got it working. But that's it. That's every fan I've worked on recently. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and see ya!